I don't know if you know, but recently I did a quick survey on LinkedIn in terms of what we call centralized versus decentralized of operating and managing model prediction and service.
Can you share the results?
Yeah, I'll share that on LinkedIn shortly. But because LinkedIn allows me to ask only one question, so I wasn't able to add a second question, which is like the company size, because that has a big influence on that. Based on the result, it's 50-50.
So it would be nice to know how it is how it works depending on the company size.
Yeah, I think a couple of factors is when the company gets bigger, there are these very large product teams that they have very critical use cases and they want to be in complete control and they want total isolations from others. Then in those cases, it probably makes sense for those teams to own their own model serving platform, meaning operate and manage and support that. Because at the end of the day, they're responsible for whatever going on in their product engineering product area, right?
But you said own model serving platform. So I was rather thinking that what makes sense is, I don't believe it makes sense so much to have not to have centralized platform team, but you can have a centralized platform team, but still like that produce tools and practices, but it is up to a particular team, product team, to use those tools and operate. So
that's exactly right. That's kind of what we're thinking, right? The centralized team can develop these best practices, tooling, infrastructure, but operating and managing and supporting them on a daily basis, the specific product team should be doing that for their area.
Especially when models are getting more and more
exactly
dependent on other models, on other services, other APIs. And it would be very hard, I think, to a platform to follow this whole ecosystem of every
completely agree.
product in the organization.
Are there any? Do you see any challenges of like pushing out new capabilities to these decentralized mini platforms? Let's call them.
Yeah.
Let's say you're developing something centrally. How do you then efficiently push that out? Right.
That's a great observation. I think that's very typical in terms of like if you develop a new version of something, how will the other team adopt such? What are the challenges of getting those teams to adopt those? And I think you can think of this two different ways. If the new version of whatever you're building provides value for their needs, then they're going to adopt it. It's a matter of time. But at the other end, we don't want to be maintaining 20 versions of a library either. So there has to be that balance of, after a certain version, we're going to deprecate the old ones. So that creates that need for other team to, not constantly, but in a certain interval, to upgrade their stuff to leverage our libraries.